And we are back with another one today. The new wide receiver for the Oklahoma Sooners, Jaquaize Pettaway. And I hope I said that right. Please correct me if I did.
It's Jaquaize.
Jaquaize.
Yeah.
Okay. We know how to say it now. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing good. I've got Oklahoma baseball pulled up right here. Was watching softball earlier. I watched the boys take another brutal loss in basketball, but they're getting better, and they took them to overtime today. So can't really complain getting a good product.
Facts.
Well, I want to start this off the way that I always like to start these off. I want to start with the fun question, and it's pineapples on pizza. What's your thoughts?
Pineapples do not belong on pizza. I'm just gonna be honest. That's extra. When it comes to me, very vanilla about my things. Like I like pepperoni. Pineapples do not belong on pizza. That's weird. You don't do that. Same thing with ranch. You don't. I don't think you could eat ranch with pizza. That's weird too.
Yeah, my fiance is that way. She's a huge ranch person, and I'm gonna be honest, I hate ranch. I despise it. Which I know Oklahomans might not agree with that, but yeah, I'm 100% agree with you. Pineapples don't go with it. Ranch doesn't go with it.
Yeah.
Now, do you have a specific type of pizza that you like?
Oh, thin crust. Thin crust is the best pizza. I love.
Okay. Now, is it thin crust like cheese, pepperoni, barbecue chicken, or is it just like I'll eat anything that's thin crust?
Just pepperoni thin crust. Just generic.
All right. Well, there's a lot of really good pizza places when you get here. So I recommend if you like pizza, there's a place. Well, I don't know if you guys have it. It's called Hideaway. It's pretty good. There's Blaze Pizza. I like that one if you're trying to get something that's fast and able to go. But we have a place in Midtown. It's called Hall's Pizza, and it's wood fired. It's really good. It's a little bit on the higher pricey side, but I haven't gone there and not gotten a pizza that's good yet. So,
I'll most definitely check that out because we don't have that here.
yeah, listen, there's a lot of good food here, and I'll just say this: the more run down the place looks, usually the better the food.
Really?
It's hole in the wall. I mean, yeah, that's kind of what I found.
All right, man. I'm gonna check it out then.
All
I'm
right. Well, hey, just go ahead and give Sooner Nation an opportunity to learn more about you. So tell us a little bit about where you grew up, a little bit about your family, and kind of like what are some of your goals and aspirations for life?
all right. Well, um, I was born in Montgomery, Alabama. Came to Houston, Texas when I was little, so I was in Alabama for so long. But I was born in Alabama, but I wasn't fully raised there. I was raised here. I grew up a basketball player. I really didn't like football until um I played my first football game in fifth grade. I was an offensive lineman and defensive lineman, so I wasn't a receiver, fully a receiver yet. After that, I didn't like football no more. I just stopped playing. I focused on basketball. Up to seventh grade, I tried football again. I was running back. Seen my football potential there. I continued to play football throughout middle school. Came to high school. Once I got to high school, I had like a long thought process about if I should take basketball or football seriously, because I was going to just do two sports in high school, just football or track or basketball and track. I was not trying to do all three again. So um, luckily picked football, and all my success came, and I'm very blessed to be where I'm at right now. A little more about me: I have two brothers and one sister. Both my brothers are in college. My little sister, she's gonna come up, so watch out for her. Um, I live with my mom. She's a hardworking woman. I love her to death. She's the goat for real. And my goals. are is just to put my name out there. Because growing up, I was like a very like antisocial kid. I really didn't like talking because I felt like I was gonna be judged a lot. Because um I got better about like saying like what I have like my issue, but my issue like I stutter a lot, and I just didn't want people to see that part of me. So over the time I just got better of talking to people, and just getting comfortable with myself. And I just want to put myself out there, just prove to my younger self and myself now that that problem I had back then is I can overcome it, and I can just be the best version of myself. So I feel like that's a little bit about me.
Yeah, well, hey, I appreciate you coming on and being vulnerable there and telling us about kind of what you've struggled with. Listen, nobody's noticed it, and I get it. I get it. I've had a stuttering problem my life too, and it's something that you learn to deal with, and you learn to get past it. So I appreciate you coming on and being vulnerable about that. That's really cool.
No problem, no problem.
But hey, tell us a little bit more about why you chose Oklahoma. And I know we were talking about it in the green room and the crazy recruitment because you were recruited by Gail Gundy. He was the guy when you committed to Oklahoma. But just give us a little bit more insight to that recruitment and why you chose to come here.
I'm not gonna lie, no other school is like Oklahoma in my opinion. Like how hard they went for me, and how bad they wanted me. And I remember the first night I talked to Coach Gundy. We sat on the phone for like an hour and a half, I think, just talking. He just like telling me about the Oklahoma vision about me, how they can use me, how they want like how the goals for me, what they plan on using me, and I just liked it all. And from there on, we just kept like talking until I felt like this is home. And I kept talking to my mother about it, and she was liking it, and I was liking it, and my whole family was liking it. So took that official visit. After that, I feel like it was a wrap from there. I was like, yeah, I can see myself going here. And once he left, I had like I was never thinking about just decommitting. I never thought about decommitting after Coach Gundy or Coach Washington. I mean, of course, it's been like both of those situations was very hard to overcome, but I could just never see myself going. In my eyes, I look at it like this: once I made a commitment, that commitment stays. Like I'm not going to go back on my word. That's just not who I am, and um, I'm not going to just be switching around over here. That's not me.
I love that answer because I think that's something that has really plagued a lot of people, especially with Oklahoma, because I mean, we were hit with so many decommitments the past 2 years, people leaving the program. So I know it's people were very on edge about that kind of thing. Um, have you had a chance to sit down and talk to Coach Jones yet? And, if so, what does that relationship look like with him so far?
Yeah. So the first night I talked to him, I was out with my friends. So when I saw the call, I had to step away. I had to step away from my friend group, and we just like chatted for a while. I like him personally. I like him. I feel like he's a very cool guy. Um, we talked about like how we're going we're not just gonna play like the receiver position. We're gonna play like everywhere. So we're gonna know what's going on everywhere on the field. Like if you see like a coverage, we can like, oh bam, that's cover three or cover like that's man. We're gonna like be able to recognize it just off the bat. And um we just talked about like life, not just about football, but like just like life. I'm knowing him, getting to know him, he's getting to know me. And so far so like it's good, and we still continue to build our relationship. Um so yeah.
Okay. I like that. I like that. So, diving in a little bit to your more about your recruitment because it's a lot of things that a lot of people like me never get to experience. So, on your recruitment, was there a specific school or a specific game that you got to go visit that really stuck out to you outside of Oklahoma?
Um Let me think. Well, I w- I went to the Texas, no, not Texas, A&M and LSU game.
Oh,
Like they like when LSU won like last second. I went
yeah,
there.
that was a great game.
I went there with my auntie and my grandpa. And at the time, I was really like feeling LSU, and I wasn't like really like close with the receiver coach. He would be like, if he here and there, like he would like talk to me, then I know where he'll go ghost, and it would be like in the air. And that I feel like that was a really cool like moment. But another moment in my recruiting was when I got my first offer. It was by Arkansas. And I just remember I was asleep, like I was like knocked out, like I was gone. And then my brother like busted in my room, talking about something. Quest, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. I'm like, what's going on? I thought something bad happened. And turns out my head coach texted him for me to call this coach. And I was like, from where? He's like, said, like just call him. I was like, all right. And turned out it was Arkansas, and it was just a crazy experience because I thought I was still dreaming. I ain't gonna lie.
So was there a recruiter that was funny, like told the best jokes? One that, you just wanted to talk to over time because you knew they'd make you laugh.
I'm not gonna lie, it was Coach Washington. Me and Coach Washington, we was super close. I'm not that was like that was a good relationship. And when he left, that really stuck with me. I'm not gonna lie. But me and Coach Washington was really close, and I really enjoyed talking to Coach Washington.
Yeah, so give everybody a little bit more insight to that relationship with Coach Washington because you've mentioned it a lot. And I think Sooner fans are really split on the idea that Coach Washington left. Which, I mean, congratulations to him because he got that job at Western Kentucky, and now he's at, I believe it's South Florida. Or
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So, what did that relationship look like with Washington?
Um, the relationship with us was like anytime like I just needed something to talk about, just to talk to someone, I can just text him or call him. He's always there. He was always there for me. He had my back. Um, whenever he wanted to talk to me, he always knew I was here for him too. It was just like a really like close relationship we had. Like he was a very cool guy to talk to, and I feel like he just had my back ever since like because the first time I went on campus, I believe it was a spring game, and ever since then like we just like kept like talking and like chatting it up until Coach Gundy had left and he took over. And ever since then, we kept like talking. We got like really really close. And then unfortunately he left too. And now I'm looking forward to do that with Coach Jones because Coach Jones, he's cool too. I like Coach Jones.
Yeah, and Coach Jones, he really has a presence, especially in the Dallas area. Did you know who Coach Jones was before he got the job at Oklahoma?
Yeah, I believe I talked to him. He was at Kansas. We was like talking a little bit, but not too much, because I'm not gonna lie, I really didn't see me myself going to Kansas. But yeah, we was talking a little bit, and then it's kind of just like faded away. But we're picking it back up now.
That's awesome. How's your relationship with Jackson Arnold? Because he's one of the best recruits. I think he's in the top 10. Uh, I mean, right behind Caleb Williams in terms of top quarterback recruit we've ever had. What's your relationship look like with Jackson Arnold?
Uh, it's still like a coming together like duo, I would say, because only time we got to play with each other was at this All American game, and we didn't get that much time to like actually do like get that chemistry going. So once I get on campus, I'm pretty sure we're gonna like work that out and just build that chemistry together. And but other than that, he's a very cool guy. I enjoyed talking to him. He was very funny, and he's a cool guy.
So you talked about, getting on campus and working out with Jackson Arnold. What are your expectations for year one? Are you expecting to go out there and play right away? Or are you kind of like one of those guys? I want to sit back. I want to compete, but I also want to develop so that I can really help the team for years on to come.
Um, my mindset right now is I'm just trying to like get up on campus, just help the team as like just just help the team. And if I gotta take someone's spot, I'm taking someone's spot. That's,
Uh,
I'm knowing it's gonna work out my way. Like if it happens, it happens. If it don't, then just don't. Like I'm not gonna force it. I'm not gonna force anything. I'm not gonna like be mad if I don't. I mean, I'm open to like I'm I'm just not trying to like redshirt and just do all that. I'm just trying to like get the full experience. But if I got a redshirt, like, it is what it is. But um, I'm trying to get on the field. I'm trying to get like at least some touches on the field. Um, and like I said, if I got to take one spot, I'm not feeling bad because I remember my first year in high school. Um, I was on varsity my first year, but I didn't start, and um, it really didn't work in my favor because I was just new and like I wasn't really like how do I say it? It was my first year playing receiver because in middle school I was running back, but I was just so like good at it. I was good at catching the football, and um, the older guy would tell me like, "You think you can like just come here and just like try to teach someone spot like it's not happening." So I was like, I feel like I was just kind of like pushed down. But once sophomore year came, I got that thought in my head. I was like, "Oh yeah, it's raps." And I just took someone's spot, and I was like, "It is what it is."
well, the opportunity is going to be there because I don't know if you heard, but a guy named Marvin Mims is going to the draft. So there is going to be opportunity for someone to step up and try to take that role. But kind of talking a little bit more about, year 1, is there anybody specifically in the Big 12 that you're excited to play? And then, give us an SEC opponent that you're really excited to go to, travel, and play.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm ready to play anybody and everybody. I'm ready to just go out there and just put my skills on the map. Uh just show everyone what I got and what I bring to the table.
Yeah, and watching a lot of your film, I see the dynamic player that you are. You have the ability to accelerate and really hit some top end speed, which I feel like you get from playing track a little bit. Uh, have they kind of told you how they expect to utilize you on the team, whether that's on special teams a lot or just utilizing you as a wide receiver on the offense?
Well, me and Coach Levy talked about it a little bit. Well, not a little bit, but we just talked about it. Um, I'm be like all around guy. Just motion me inside, outside, give me the ball in open space, and just let me run and do my things, play make. That's basically just it.
Okay.
I'm be
Okay.
like,
So earlier you talked about how you really liked basketball before you started to play football.
mhm.
Is there a specific like NBA team that you absolutely love? Because you're coming to Oklahoma and we have the Thunder and they're up and on the rise.
um, not really. I just watched LeBron highlights. I was like, oh yeah, if LeBron can do it, I can go out there. I can just do it. I, I was just like, yeah, that was just my mindset.
So do you think LeBron's the GOAT? Because I still think it's MJ, but I know a lot of people, especially after he captured that scoring title, we're pretty much calling him the GOAT.
Yeah, well, I feel like it's debatable because I mean, obviously, I can't like talk about MJ because I ain't grew up watching MJ. I just grew up watching LeBron, and I all I see was just like LeBron, just like just going off and but like I never just sat down and like watched a full Michael Jordan game. Like only thing you see on YouTube and like in TV is his highlights, his good plays. But what about his bad plays? Because everyone has bad plays. So I haven't really just sat down just like I haven't got the chance to sit down and just watch a whole Michael Jordan game. But I have sat down and watched the LeBron game. So I really can't talk on that. So I mean they're both good players. They're both doing things. They're both top NBA players, and
I'll just say this: Michael Jordan, he has 2 three-peats, and, it doesn't matter what sport you're in, three-peating once is hard enough, but doing it twice you think is almost impossible.
I feel that.
Hey, in the year that he came back from retirement, and they were in that series with the Orlando Magic, I mean, they were close to going to the NBA Finals and winning it. So, I mean, his greatness
But
in the
but
playoffs was just something else.
LeBron did come up from a 3-1 lead. That is hard from a team like Golden State being up and the amount of motivation. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, uh, I'll just say I think LeBron had better talent on that team, specifically that team, than Michael Jordan probably had any of the other years. Just because Kyrie, I don't think MJ had that second player like what Kyrie was to LeBron.
Yeah, he had Pippen and Rodman.
Yeah, but are we really comparing Pippen to Kyrie Irving in terms of the way that he's able to shoot and go and score the ball?
Oh, no, I wasn't thinking about it like that. I
Yeah,
was,
yeah, that's kind of just what I'm thinking.
oh, okay.
So, usually I like to ask people what their favorite sport is outside of football. We know yours is basketball. If you could play, like, let's say you were in college and, you were going to the NBA draft, if there was any team that you pretty much had your pick to go to, where would you go?
Mm, I probably say like probably just Houston, so I can see my family.
Hey, they got a lot of good young talent right now. I don't know if you're watching them, and I got to see them the other day against the Thunder, and I know it wasn't their best game of the season. The Houston Rockets have a feature though in that talent that they have.
They do.
They got a good feature. So I'm looking at your wall back there. I'm seeing you might like a little bit of anime. You got the dragon. Is that Dragon Ball Z or
That one's Dragon Ball Z. That's Hunter x Hunter.
okay, okay. So I'm hearing that anime is becoming pretty popular against athletes. What's your favorite anime?
Those are my top three. Like, there's no just one or two. Those are my top. Like, those are my top. And like, some people just be like bashing anime. Like, I'm like, dang, bro. Like, what's like? It's not gonna kill you to watch it. And like, don't knock it till you try it. Like, I mean, they might just turn it on and be like, oh, this is a bad one. Like, just maybe try a good one. Like, I suggest a starter is Hunter x Hunter. You can like, it's easy, fast to like to catch on. It's like it hooks you quickly. It's no like dull moments. It's always action, 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 and the storyline is just good. And yeah, man, just give it a try. It's not gonna kill you. It's not bad. It's like some people just like bashing anime. Like you watching anime? I'm like, yeah, man. Like I'm doing.
Yeah, well, I was talking to Jordan Dominic. He's one of the new edge rushers at Colorado, and he was saying that the people that say they don't like anime, they haven't found the right one for them because essentially there's anime for everybody.
Facts, facts. It depends. Like if you like a lot of action, then there's obviously like there's a lot of anime with action. If you like a story, like a calm, smooth story. There's a lot of anime with that. Like there's like a whole bunch of different anime like categories and just if you find the one you like your category you like, then you cool and like there's nothing to like about anime like that you're not gonna like. So I mean, but if you just don't really like it like that, then just so be it, man. I'm not, like there's no fashion.
Listen, for some people, there's no change in their mind and getting them to watch it, but I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been super into it in my life. I mean, I've liked watching Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon, but those are pretty mainstream, low-rated anime, I would say, shows. They're not like, One Piece or something like that.
Mm. You said Pokemon?
Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! They technically fall in the anime class, but I mean, they're
In
not
my
really.
in my eyes, Pokemon that's a cartoon. At this point, it's a cartoon. Like Yu-Gi-Oh, I guess, but like I don't know. Like it's kind of like the same situation when people had that debate about Avatar, the Last Airbender.
Yes.
They try to like put that in the anime like category. But me personally, I just feel like that's just a cartoon.
Yeah, they became more mainstream, so it's not. I mean, I don't really feel like they fall in that category anymore. I mean, I even feel like. I mean, do you feel like One Piece is maybe even fallen into that mainstream category because it's something that's like I think picked up amongst a lot of people?
Um, well, some people just sleep on One Piece because One Piece has a lot of episodes, like a lot of episodes, over
Yeah.
like 1,000, like a lot of episodes. But like I started watching One Piece back in quarantine, so like I had none but free time just to watch it. And but now I'm like all the way caught up, and like the new episode comes out every Sunday, and you know it's a cool, like, you know, once you like catch up, it's like, okay, yeah, like I like it. But you just got like you just got thug out like the first, like, I know I know you're gonna be like, oh, whoa, 3 seasons, but just thug out the first 3 seasons and you cool, like you in there, like you don't like it, but just thug out 3 seasons. Like, just give it a chance. You can be like, okay, that's what he's talking about. All right, bet this is pretty good.
Yeah, we got Jimmy Shatterfield in the chat. He's a common offender here. He shows up a lot. He's saying Dragon Ball Z all the way. So
Mm. If you're talking about Dragon Ball, suit, I don't. As a top, is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's like an OG. It's like, of course, one of the top three. But just knocking all the other good ones out, just putting like one, like, just automatically is kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of crazy. But don't get me wrong. It is like an OG. It's very good. A lot of action. It's never like no dull moment. But
it's one of those ones I think everybody can pretty much talk about. I think everybody can talk about Piccolo or Goku or whoever in that show. So I think it's probably one of the more popular ones that anybody's been able to pick up.
facts. I feel like everyone just like at least just sat down and watched one Dragon Ball Z like episode.
Well, and Dragon Ball Z's even tried to dabble into the live action before,
Yeah.
which I don't know if that's really working out too well for them.
I don't know.
Well, hey, as we kind of start to wrap up here, just a couple more fun questions. What album are you listening to when you're working out with no skips?
I don't have an album, but I have a person. Is that fine? I can
Yeah.
like I'm not gonna lie. Raw Wave is the GOAT. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, not even on the like no like the sad note, like no sad note, like me being sad. I'm not sad. But just Raw Wave, oh my God, but like he be spitting facts. He just be like, I'm like, oh, like I be listening to Raw Wave, I'll be sitting up like he be saying stuff. I'm like, hold on. Let me really let me rewind this. I just be like, oh my, like it's ridiculous. Oh my, it's crazy how like he just be spitting facts, just like, oh, consistently, like banger after banger after banger. It's just like, I don't know. He just the GOAT. He just the GOAT.
Well, if his music is that much of a banger and he's speaking that much truth, I'm sure it can help you pump the iron a little bit in the gym.
Yeah, of course.
Easily get you going.
Well, me that's for me. Yeah, Broadway. That's yeah.
So what are you watching on Friday night? Movies, TV shows, like is there a specific go-to genre that you're trying to watch? Like are you a rom-com guy secretly?
For like, wait, what do you mean?
Like if you have to sit down and watch a movie or a TV show, what's your go-to?
Oh, um,
Secretly you're a rom-com guy, right?
I don't know. Wait, can you explain that? Like, what is that? If you explain that, I'll be like, okay, like,
Romantic comedy.
oh, nah, what? Nah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, you know, I mean, it's cool, but like,
Or Hallmark Christmas movies. I know you're probably there too.
nah, Christmas movies. They like, I actually do like Home Alone and like,
Oh yeah.
Home Alone and what's the one with the train, the
Polar Express.
That one's cold too. And Coraline, that's cold too. Like the scary one with the
Oh yes. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
that's a good one too. But my favorite like show is on Netflix. It's Stranger Things. I'm not gonna lie, that's a good one.
See, now you're gonna get upset with me because I haven't actually watched that. I think I've seen a couple episodes, but I haven't actually sat down to watch it.
All right. Whoa. 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 All right. So wait. So you haven't like at least clicked on one episode and you watching you was bored, or do you just have never clicked on it?
I've been in rooms when it's on, but I've never actually clicked on it.
Okay. So it's kind of like the same thing I said with anime, with One Piece. Thug out the first season, maybe the first, the first season, you can be hooked. Cause that's kind of how I am. Like if I see a show that everyone's talking about, I'm like, man, nah, like it can't be that good. They're like, oh yeah, just try it. I'm like, all right, bet. I thought like the first like 3 episodes, I'm hooked. That's the same thing with Stranger Things. Like if you just like sit there and just really pay attention, just thug out the first season, you can be like, okay, like this is really good. This is really
I mean, I've had the best intentions to watch it. I just it's hard to find time to watch shows to binge when there's so many out there.
I feel you on that. Yeah, I feel you. Have you
That's
watched?
the hard part.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm like in the middle of watching you know, like the show on Netflix.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my fiance to watch that because my parents have told her she needs to go watch it because she likes scary stuff, and I've heard it's like a murder show.
Yeah, I'm like on
Yeah.
like dude, like all my friends like, yeah, it's pretty good, and I'm just like, all right, but like I don't know, I'm kind of like watching it slowly, like very slowly.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, we've got 33 people on here. So, and we've had some fall on and off. But as we wrap up, is there anything that you want to go ahead and say to Sooner Nation?
Um, wait, is there like a chat on here?
Oh, yeah, there's a whole chat. If you go up to the comments,
Is
I think one of the most popular questions that people are asking was about your relationship with Coach Jones.
yeah, me and Coach Jones were very cool. You know, he just came in, so we still like picking things up, and we just getting closer and closer every day. And yeah, I feel like we're gonna be cool. We're gonna be good. Me and him gonna be just like Tyler. Like we're gonna be close. So just going up his like personality, like so far, I really like Coach Jones.
Yeah. James Clark's in the comments saying, check out Dexter or Breaking Bad. I agree with Breaking Bad. I 100% get behind that. That was a great show.
I heard about that, but I just haven't watched it. I'm not I haven't watched
That's
it.
another one of those where it's hard because you're talking like 40 plus minute episodes. So it's like it takes a while to watch it.
It's like a long episode, like 45 minute episodes.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah. They're hard to get through. Lance Flore, he says, a rom com. Young man doesn't even know what that is. Me either. Rom coms, I think, are becoming less popular amongst people, but it's still funny to throw out there for people.
Yeah, when you had said that, I was like, what is? But like, oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah. James Clark says about Breaking Bad, he says, listen, it gets better every season. And I agree with that. As the show progressed, the story and writing got so much better.
Is it on Netflix or what?
Yeah, I think it's on Netflix.
Well, I'm gonna find some way to watch it. So I'm gonna do it.
Okay, so this is actually a really good question. And I'm going to go ahead and pull it up. So I'm going to drop this overlay and maybe get over here. Favorite Sooner receiver of the past? Or if you don't have one that's an Oklahoma Sooner, just give us your favorite receiver.
Yeah, he put me on the spot with this one. I'm not gonna lie.
It's hard. I'm not going to lie. My favorite Sooner wide receiver is Jaquaize Iglesias. A lot of people love CD Lamb, especially people my age, because that's who they grew up watching. He's the best one. But I remember that 2008 season when Oklahoma went to the national championship. You had Ryan Broyles and Jaquaize Iglesias. I love those guys.
Oh man. Well, I'm gonna try my best not to start no debate. So I'm just gonna go on to my best receiver now in the NFL. I watch a lot of Devontae Adams. I like his route running and like his releases. That's what like who I get my releases from, or who I try to get my releases from. How like quick he is, and just how like smooth his routes are. I just try to look at that, and I just watch a lot of his highlights. But I watch a lot of prime Julio Jones highlights too, because I feel like that's my play style. Like just like speed and just like a vertical player. But now that I'm like working on my technique, I'm getting more closer to Devontae Adams.
Man, I am so surprised that Devontae Adams and Derek Carr did not have a better season with the Raiders than what they did, and, now Devontae Adams is there by himself, and Derek Carr's gonna be moving on.
That's sad, man. They went to the same college, right?
Yeah, Fresno State.
Yeah. So I was hoping they get like a better connection, but I guess it just didn't work out. So
So, I would assume you probably model your game after both of those guys.
yeah, a little bit. With my like both of theirs with my little touches on it too.
Okay, okay. I like it. Now, if you had to meet one of those 2 and you only got to meet one of them, who would you pick?
Is it just like like a meet and greet, or like is it like I spend like the day, or how
You
long?
get to spend the day with them.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm picking Devontae Adams because I'm just like, look, let's hit the field, show me some some techniques you got, let's get at it. I was learn from him, but like learn a couple things from him, and then use it.
Okay, okay. I love it. I love it. Now, who's your favorite player of all time? Now, again, it doesn't have to be OU specific, but do you have like a favorite player outside of the wide receiver position?
Is that like college or?
College, NFL, it doesn't matter.
Mm, you know, I'm not gonna lie. Growing up, I don't know why, like just why. I watched like a lot of like Randall Cunningham highlights because like I thought my first year of like playing football ever, I thought I was gonna be a quarterback, and I
Really?
heard like a lot of conversations about him. I was like, let me check him out. I just watched a lot. And I'm like, hold on, he's pretty cool. Like he's pretty good.
Did you play a lot of quarterback in high school or junior high?
I never played quarterback. I was like, hey, y'all can throw me a quarterback, but like my first year playing football, I was offensive lineman and defensive lineman. And then like I was just like, all right, this is not me. I was tall and skinny. And then no offense to like the other guy, but they had like some, how how could I say this? And some shorter and talented mm, he was gifted with being bigger than me at receiver. And I was just like, all right, that's backwards. But it is what it is. And then middle school came. I was running back, and on defense, I was linebacker and defensive end.
That's so weird because with your speed, you feel like they would try to use you at a skill position.
Yeah, I was like, all right, what? I understand middle school because like putting running back to get the ball on hand, let me just run. But Typha, like literally, offensive lineman, defensive lineman, that's highly disrespectful. I'm like, but now I feel like I'm in the right spot, receiver. That's made for me. I'm not tripping anymore. But
We got one from James Clark here. If you could pick a former OU QB to lead the team, who would you pick? So I'll make it easy on you. We got Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts, Spencer Rattler. Let's throw in even a Caleb Williams, Dylan Gabriel, or Jackson Arnold.
all right, don't get me wrong with none of them guys. All them guys are good. You know, dang, what? I say, well,
Okay, I'm going to take Jackson Arnold out of it because he's your quarterback from this class and of the future. So of course, you want him to lead your team. So we'll take him out of it and just have the other 6 guys.
Oh, I'm picking Baker then. Baker had that dog in him. Like, you remember that time he got hit? He started clapping. Like, I'm like, oh, now that's different. Mostly when quarterback get hit like out of bounds, they got crying to ref like, oh, I got hit, I was out of bounds. But Baker, he got hit, he got up, he started clapping. He went to the next play and played even harder. I was like, that's tough. I mean, like that's tough.
Well, in Baker Mayfield, he was a true leader.
Yeah, he was too.
Brandon Hill has an interesting question here. He said, what was the main reason for choosing Oklahoma over Texas, and what was that like being recruited by hated rivals?
Whoo, boy, I'm not gonna lie, man. To have your top 2 as like one of the top rivalries like in college football is pretty crazy. It's like, oh my gosh. I wouldn't say too much pressure, but it was a lot of pressure. And I had fans telling me like, oh, come here, we got this and like this and that. I'm like, all right, I'm not trying to listen to fans. I'm going off based on my heart. Luckily I picked Oklahoma. But all right, I had many like reasons, but this is one of like the reasons too. Texas, their fans are nothing like Oklahoma. I'm not gonna lie. Oklahoma fans, man, they're just so like loving and like I just love the Oklahoma fans. It's very supportive. They're very nice and none to the Texas fans, but some of the Texas fans are just like, whoa, like hold on, like yo, wild, you're crazy. But most of the Oklahoma fans, well, all the Oklahoma fans were very loving. Some of the Texas fans was loving it. Some of them was like, just a little crazy. But and Texas had like a huge campus, like huge campus, like big. I'm like, all right, like I'm not trying to do all that. And I like a little small campus, with everything just right here. I can walk there. Everything's just like right there. And Oklahoma is like perfect for that. Like dorms right here, the football facility is right there, campus corners right there, like schools right, like everything's just right there, and like it's all just close, and
Yeah, you don't want to be like Quinn Ewers and have your car towed because you have to drive your car around everywhere to get the class.
Right. I'm like,
yeah. I'm not gonna lie though, that was one of the funniest stories of the college football year with the headline. That was great. Dominic Gomez wants to know about your chemistry with Jackson Arnold. So obviously you're not on campus yet. You're going to get there in the summer. But should we be expecting some Arnold and Pettaway secret workouts?
Of course, almost definitely. Of course. We got y'all. Like, we're gonna be in the lab, like for real. We're gonna be in the lab like all the time, just to get that, that chemistry off the field. Then like once the time comes, the lights are on, man. We just like another day, just HUD, let's play way down. He got the DVB, like always. Boom, touchdown. Come on, strike up the band. Touchdown right there. Ball game.
I like this question. Is there a current wide receiver on the roster that you really want to meet and kind of learn from? So you've got Jalil Farouk. I'm trying to think of guys that were here and not necessarily recruits. So you've got Jalil Farouk, Drake Stoops, Austin Stogner is returning. You've got Caden Helms. Both of those guys were at the tight end. You have JJ Hester, DJ Graham, LV Bunkley Shelton. Hope I'm not missing anybody. Farouk is just a dude, but I don't know if they plan on using you in the slot, because if they plan on using you in the slot, Drake Stoops might be a great mentor.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking maybe like Stoops, or if Marvin did stay, because on my official visit, he was my host, and I kid you not, we talked like me and Marvin was talking like we just knew each other for like a little while. Like he was cool. And like I had like, it was a moment where I was like awkward and like I had like hesitant to ask a question. I just asked a question. I was like, yeah, man, like what is this? He was like very honest with me. He was a very cool guy. He was giving me like tips and like what to do and like what not to do, and things like that. But if he did stay, it'll be him. But since he's gone, since he's going to the draft, it would have to be like Stoops, Rick Stoops.
Yeah, if Marvin Mims would have stayed at Oklahoma, this offense next year would just be really nasty because you would expect Farouk is going to have a breakout year because I think this is his red shirt sophomore year, so his third year at Oklahoma. And then you have Marvin Mims, Drake Stoops, and Stogner. That's just kind of something that would be really hard to deal with as a wide receiving core.
That would be.
I mean, last question here before we let you go. Brandon Hill is asking, what team are you looking to playing the most? I know earlier you said you just want to play anybody, but is there a specific team that you just want to walk out on the field and,
Texas
dominate?
Texas. I'm gonna get. We're gonna get our get back. We got to. Texas.
Horns down. Horns down.
Facts ain't never lied, but like last year, it was just like oh man, we didn't have a quarterback. It was just like it was all over the place. And I was supposed to go to that game, but the story.
You're glad you didn't. You're glad you didn't, aren't you?
The story behind that, man. So about that, I was talking to the people out Oklahoma, like the people who's like going to send me the address. It was me and two of my friends because I get 2 guest passes, and I got sent the wrong address. The game was in Dallas, but I got sent to Austin, and like I asked the person who was supposed to give me like the game info, like what's the exact, like I said the exact location. She sent me it, and I trusted it and went the other way, and sorry, I was just in the wrong way. I was in Austin, I guess in Dawson, but that's behind me. I'm not holding any grudges. No blame or no hatred towards that person. Forgiveness is key. I forgave them. Is no grudge. I'm not holding any grudges. I'm just happy. I just made it home safe.
Hey, you get to play in the best rivalry now. So you missed it, but you get to play in the best rivalry. And that's something not a lot of people get to say. All right. Well, hey, we appreciate you coming on. And I'm sure Sooner Nation loved getting the opportunity to learn more about you. As you can see, I think the baby dog is ready to eat as she's hopping up here, wanting to gnaw all over my fingers. So, but hey, again, really appreciate you coming on. And hey, we would love to have you back on in the future, especially once you get on campus.
For sure. I got you.
All right. If you guys haven't already, go ahead, follow Pettaway on the socials. Tell them where they can find you.
I'm most active on Instagram. You can follow me on Instagram at J_D_P11. And that's just all that's just basically my initials. Jaquaize Pettaway. If you didn't know, my middle name is Damon. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And if you guys haven't already, please go ahead and hit that like and the subscribe button. Listen, let us know what you guys think about the show. We're constantly bringing you guys interviews. So if you guys like these kind of interviews, you guys kind of like this engagement where we're doing the lives and letting you guys ask the questions, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit the like, turn on the notification bells, because you never know when we're going to go live with an interview. But again, appreciate you guys coming on. And until next time, Boomer.